Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Monday, October 14th, 2024. In this video, we're going to take another look at FEMA. I say another look because on October 1st, 2 years ago, I looked at FEMA, the organization. It was about an 11-minute video. You can tell by the background, it was just as I was in the process of moving to Maine. And the results I got then seem to be coming true now because one of the things I said in that video, besides the fact that a great deal of that organization at the time, it looked like about 50%, now I think it's even higher, were engaging in nefarious, self-serving acts, not acts of rescue, kindness, help. And that it looked like, according to the read I got 2 years ago, even during what is perceived to be the 46 administration, there might be some cleanup started in that organization, and that definitely after 46, there will be cleanup. Well, I'm saying that because alt media is reporting and there's chatter that white hats and red hats, and if you don't know what those two terms are, you can do a little review with real raw news, okay? But basically, these are people with, at the moment, a very similar objective. And that seems to be going to war and ending FEMA. So, hope I don't get in trouble for saying WAR. So, anyway, it will be a conflict from here on out if I refer to it. Remember, since I post on YouTube, I have to talk in code quite often and be very careful of the words I choose and use. So I'm going to take you to a share screen. It's a short compilation. There will be a link to it in the video description box, as well as a link to that video from 2 years ago, which was just 11 minutes if you'd like to look at it and compare, because it seems to be, the universe was communicating then, and I'm sure it will now. And we want to find out if there's what the veracity is to this and what's going on with FEMA because, on their own, nothing good. But maybe now, nothing good is what's happening to them. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's go to that share screen. Just a little background. FEMA was started during the Clinton administration, Federal Emergency Management Agency, and more accurately nowadays, it's known to be funneling emergency money to aliens. Now, they deny that, and Snopes says that is false. But I have an article here, if you look at my third comment down from uncovereddc.com. Actually, it's a very fair article, and it talks about the accounting of how they say that they're not funneling money to aliens because first they transfer it into a different account and then they distribute it, but it's still going to aliens. Okay, so it's some of that, that little creative accounting that unfortunately government and big business is really good at. I have a link for you here to the article from Real Raw News. There is actually three in a row. This is the third one, the most recent, talking about how white and red hats have formed a union, and the objective is to deal with FEMA because they are not doing the rescue efforts that they're supposed to be doing down in storm-struck areas. And there's a post here that is from the platform X, and it just kind of lists some of the funding issues and things like that that have happened with FEMA, how it's been misdirected. So there you have it. There's chatter and there's lots. If you're in any kind of social media perusal, you are going to see that people on the ground are saying, no, they didn't help me. They said if I had something to trade, I could have a ride, but I was on my own, forcing people to wade through water and people having to sneak in to help their own fellow, their neighbors, their, compatriots. It's just, a lot more would have been done if FEMA had never shown up, is my opinion. But again, I'm allowed to do that because this is Laura's View and Tarot too. So FEMA hasn't gotten better. And I didn't want to do a read about it because I couldn't think of anything positive I could possibly say about this organization. In the 2 years since my previous video, they've just gotten, it seems to be, more corrupt, more nefarious, more tools of dishonor. And so I didn't want to, but now that it looks like there is some pushback that is making them be very accountable for their actions, their presence, what they do, I'm going to do a read about that. Now, I personally, I look for and I'm giving my energy to making this manifest, a administration change in the very near future, either election day or shortly before. And I look for Elon Musk to be taken up on his offer to audit the government and do away with all the surplus, like he did with Twitter when he took it up. He got rid of 80% of the workforce and it's operating just fine. And I think the cards are going to tell us that FEMA's going away. So we need to phrase this question really carefully to kind of get to that accurate information, if that's the accurate information. So we are going to ask, first of all, we'll do a yes or no element. Is there truth to the alt media chatter that conflict is being waged against FEMA personnel who are not doing what their charter says they are going to do, aid and support? Okay, so is there truth to that chatter, plus additional insights and information, especially about any upcoming changes to that organization? Let's see what the universe wants us to know. I always get excited when I get the tarot cards out because I don't peek ahead. The only thing I do is I ask if the cards are ready to talk about a subject. And if I get anything approaching a thumbs up, I start recording and here we go. So let's do it. Let's go. I'm going to change the camera. You can watch me work with the cards and we'll discover together what the universe has to tell us. So again, is there truth to the alt media reporting and chatter that FEMA is facing some very justified pushback and conflict as a result of not performing with honor and integrity, plus additional insights and information about what is going to be happening with FEMA in the coming months. And remember, we are powerful manifestors. If your desire is, as mine, to have that change happen in administration, to have the cleanup and accountability moving forward, then make that part of what you say. I am giving my energy to these changes in my world. I consent to these changes. It's always more powerful to put things in a positive. So don't let it, as much as possible, don't talk about what you won't consent to, but what you do consent to. And then you're framing you're getting your brain ready to picture what you want. Otherwise, it'll be picturing what you don't want. So let's have it picture what you want. Okay, that's enough from justice. Yeah, we already got our yes, guys. White hats. Yes, indeed. So yeah, we had the justice card show up. On the other side of it, we've got the emperor. Recent past, we have the Seven of Wands, King of Cups showing up, Strength, Two of Pentacles, which interestingly 2 years ago showed up in this exact same spot, if I remembering that layout I reviewed earlier. And then we have the Six of Swords. Okay, let's talk about what these cards are informing us about our question. First of all, even without an ace, we got a very, very solid affirmation, a yes, because they're facing justice, and it is from the white hats. And with all the red in the cards here, the red hats too. Okay. Now, like I said, if you're confused about the term, they both kind of want the same in play, but they got tired of waiting and the gamesmanship the red hats did. And so they were actually doing more active incursions and actions to rescue innocent ones and eradicate evil. So anyway, but now they've joined forces. They have a common cause, and we all need to band together when we have a common cause because we're powerful that way. Okay. Now, in the recent past, we have the Seven of Wands talking about, yeah, they're determined. This is a card of determination. Okay. And it may look at times as if the white and red hats are outnumbered, but they have resolve, they have the high ground, and by golly, they're going to see it happen. Plus, they're operating in a region of the country with lots of rednecks and good old boys who know how to hunt, who know how to pick off turkeys from the end of the line, not the front, who will be able, with machinery that's just parked in their own front yards, block off avenues of escape and restocking for the deep state. So they're going to get some help from citizenry who are fed up, who have seen the corruption firsthand, dealt with devastation that was caused by the very agency that was supposed to be helping them. And you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, FEMA. Okay. Current, we have the King of Cups. He's a poker player and he knows what he wants and he knows how to get it. Okay. I would not want to cross any of these in this row, but the King of Cups, no, because he's not going to play games. He knows what he wants. He's going to get it. Absolutely. Notice he's surrounded by lots of water. So we have some indications of the flooding that has been such a big part of the storm aftermath and dynamics here in the United States. Let's look at the near future. We got strength card showing up here. This is not strength on the part of FEMA. It is strength on the part of the change that's coming to FEMA. The agency, if it survives at all, is going to be much less than it was in the past. It is going to be not only encouraged, but expected, if there's any of it remaining, okay, to go back to what their stated charter and objectives were, and that is to protect innocent life and help people into that are displaced or have had calamities happen, natural disasters of one sort or another. Let's get some more cards and see if there's further insights about what's going to happen to FEMA. Ha ha ha, nothing good, I hope. Okay, we got the Four of Wands, the Chariot. Okay, we got the Emperor showing up here. So our next, previous and next and future president and vice president are united in this, and they're in agreement that this change needs to happen. Absolutely. Hanged Man showing up. Look at all the major arcanas here, guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. FEMA, not looking good for you, and I love it. Oh, here's another one, the Empress. Okay, because innocent life is protected. This is the strong maternal energy. We have been many ordinary humans who said, I don't have time for politics. I'm just trying to feed my family. And now, after the storm ravaging, I don't have time for politics. I've got to repair this damage. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. They've been activated, though. They've been activated because they see an agency of harm that needs to be dealt with. So there's going to be nothing but support from regular people for any cleanup or dissolving or definitely extreme downsizing that happens to the FEMA agency as it moves forward into the new paradigm of a new administration. Now, but as I said, they're not waiting for that to happen. Action is happening right now. Enough was enough. Let's recap. We asked the universe if there was truth to the alt media reporting and chatter in discussion groups that FEMA is facing some accountability for failure to provide aid and comfort and instead have some actions that were the exact opposite in storm-ravaged areas of the United States. So we asked, is there truth to that? And what can be expected to be the future of FEMA? Okay. Well, first of all, we didn't get a yes. We got better than yes. Do you know out of 11 cards, we had 6 of them were major arcanas? Talking about, first of all, major arcana energy says the timeline set on this outcome. Nothing's going to change it at this point. Maybe a minor tweak, but that's it. Okay. And by minor, I mean, instead of laying off 900,000, maybe they lay off 899,000 people. So just a very minor tweak. But yeah, Justice card came up. Oh, let's say our prayers and intentions that anybody who is opposing evil is strategically masterful and successful beyond their wildest hopes. Okay, so we got a yes, and yes, here is the supreme white hat card of all time saying that yeah, The chatter is absolutely true. You can take this one to the bank. Some stuff isn't reported in a timely manner, and of course, sometimes things have to be withheld just for operational safety, but that chatter is totally accurate. And the recent past card, determination. They got the high ground, okay? They're righteous in their anger and their resolve. Absolutely. Absolutely. And as I made the point, they're going to find that there's a lot of civilian support, and some of it's going to be really, really valuable, okay? With machinery that's owned in that area, big machinery operators that can stop some excess of restocking and things like that. Yeah, the beast has wakened. They know what their objectives are. King of Cups on this in this matter, the white hats and the red hats are right to be joined in forces and objectives. It may not last, okay, but for the duration of this conflict, it's timely, it's right, and it's appropriate. And again, that card just says we know our objective and we're not backing down. Now, strength card, again, that righteous anger, that righteous accounting of actions and desire for change is it's unstoppable. The near future insight card 50/50 is kind of what I say when I see this, but what that's saying is, yeah, they're going to suffer heavy losses, and they definitely are going to get into some restructuring as a result of what they're doing. If FEMA remains in any way, shape, or form as a viable entity, it's going to have to totally commit to their original precepts of aiding U.S. citizens who have been subjected to a natural disaster or man-made. Although as things change, hopefully there won't be any more of that. We're going to think really positively on that, right? Okay, so while the Emperor showed the highest ranks of the White Hats in agreement, we had second in command showing up here. So yeah, absolutely in agreement. This objective is non-negotiable, and they're moving forward with it. The final cards, Empress. This to me spoke of people that, even though they weren't politically aware or active, have seen devastation caused by those that should be helping, and you woke up like I said, the tiger, the beast, the maternal. When maternal energy goes to war, talk about resolve, okay? Because this is all about the divine feminine and protecting innocent life. And if you want to see a warrior spirit, look at those mama bears. I am one. And the Hanged Man. Okay. FEMA's going to be looking way different in the near future. Okay. Way different. And it's going to be smaller. It's going to adhere to honorable objectives, or it's going away. So change is coming, and it's good change. And we're part of it because, as I said, we're powerful manifestors. So if you want to picture a day when FEMA is 90% gone, if not 100%, and what remains is truly an honorable enterprise, that's what we need to say. That's what we need to give our permission to for the outcome. And we're making a difference. When people say there's no white hats, I want to tell them, excuse me, I'm going to use a word here, bullshit. You know how I know that? Besides the fact that I know some people that know some people, I'm a white hat. What am I doing? I'm not knitting, booties in my rocking chair. I'm making these videos. I'm speaking out. I'm speaking up. I'm letting people know I'm awake. I'm aware. I'm learning every day. I'm on a journey that's not completed at all, but I know there's evil in this world, and I oppose it with every ounce of my being. And chubby, I got a lot of ounces in this being. So anyway, that's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and your attention, and I appreciate each and every one of you. If you've subscribed to my channel, check every once in a while, make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube tries to reduce my numbers, so you'll find you have gotten, without asking for it yourself, unsubscribed. So those of you that are tenacious and keep resubscribing, I salute you. By the same token, if you hit the like button and it doesn't do anything, keep trying or try the next day, go back and do it because they play with that too. But it doesn't change my resolve or that of my moderators, Julie and Tess, to keep putting out content that's relevant, that's about current events or about ways we can grow and participate in a peaceful way in those current events. And so they can play with the numbers all they want. We're still going to do what we do. Until next time, if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and everything bright. Bye.